Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. So while we're looking at is he cheating? Is she cheating? Let's look at the astrological placements and how Mars and Venus have met up today, the 16th, in the air sign of Aquarius, fixed air sign. So there's um, more love flowing or more anger flowing, depending on how the relationship has been between Mars and Venus. And my point being is she and is he? If you look at the other video I did, I posted it earlier today, but I did it yesterday. What you'll find is there is um, a a meshing of energy that has to do with is she cheating, is he cheating? This energy of Venus and Mars has went over into a place where they also are connecting with Pluto's energy, which brings in obsessions. Um, it can be false narratives. The thought process that we have about a relationship may not be correct, um, but we could be feeling the areas of, as I spoke of, insecurities that we need to heal. Venus will do that because Venus needs to know that she's safe and secure. But while she's safe and secure and she's able to receive the pleasures of life, she has codependency issues. That is a big problem with Venus. Venus needs people around her to make her feel safe. And sometimes Venus, if the storyline fits, Venus can choose the wrong people, the wrong man, the wrong woman, because men and women have Venusian energy to make them feel better. Those feel better relationships turn into toxic relationships if we don't learn about it. So here we have, again, Venus and Pluto, because I want to make this clear. Venus and Mars connecting with Pluto. We haven't even brought Mercury up, but Mercury is communicating things that could be right or wrong, positive or negative. And what we have to do is ground ourselves to make sure that we understand what we're thinking. Is this lining up with what I believe? And is this true? Now, in a relationship, or even if I bring professional relationships in, the only person that we can really understand is ourselves. So we're looking at others through the two eyes, but we should be looking within through the single eye at ourselves to understand what's really going on. Because if we don't look within, what's going to happen is we could fracture situations, fracture relationships. Some relationships will need to be dismantled to be reassessed and put back together. Whenever you dismantle something, if there's an argument, conflict, there is, the ability to recreate the narrative, figure out how we want to go forward, and make that thing work. Now, this can be in professions, it can be in relationships. I love to see Mars the way that I see Mars and Venus the way that I see it, because what I see is that they're coming together, but they're also dealing with energy from Pluto. And Pluto is saying that I am going to tear down anything that is not truly in alignment with the universe, because everything that we do is called to be in alignment with the universe. The universe, what? Universal truth. Why? Because you and I were sent here, and some people won't want to engage with this truth. You and I were sent here to do something that's going to uphold others and help others. And so if Venus can get on track with her relationships, socially and intimately, if she can get on one accord with the universe, then she might meet a Martian energy that's going to be that. Now, there's another story here because Mars is not really her man. He was her uh, side man or his side woman. So Mars and Venus were archetypes that actually had what is called an affair. Um, Venus' husband, Vulcan, has not been talked about a lot. So we have some other things going on here. Now, I like to say from the first video I did, whenever you're in a relationship or working through one, if it's professional, however it fits, you always want to interview. You want to also make sure that in your interview, if it's a relationship, that you know the truth about the man or the woman, that you're not just listening to what they're saying because you want to listen or feel good. Getting out of listening to feel good and being in a relationship can set your soul free. It can also keep you and I from a lot of drama. When you go into a relationship, you want to be able to sit down and ask this person, well, Mars, what are you going to do for me? Or how are we going to make this relationship work? Are you into traditional relationships, or do you like open relationships? This is where you begin, and it doesn't matter if you don't like traditional or if you don't like um, open relationships. What matters is that you're open and you put that information on the table. That's what makes a relationship work better. So with Venus coming in, a lot of people think it's a love story, and it could be for those who have Venus in their what do you call it? In their seventh house. But it also could be the love story that ends because there was never really a real love. And for now, that's what I have to say. You guys be blessed, share, subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Um, Listen to the shadow work recordings. They can help where you are having insecurities and self-defeating thoughts. This is some heavy energy because it's 4 to 5 planets in one house. And when we look at Aquarius, just the energy of fixed air, that means that it's rebellious and it doesn't want to move. So you got all of that energy working with Venus and Mars, and we have to make the best of the circumstances. Oh, I didn't talk about Mercury, how he fits in the narrative. Mercury is fitting in there and he's saying, yo, girl, go get it. Or yo, girl, go and make sure that you check out everything about him. Your man, make sure you go and investigate him. See, communication. What we gonna do? How we gonna plan? This date. How we going to go forward? What do you like truly, and what do I like? Not just that communication that gets you a one night stand, but if it is a one night stand, you want to make sure that you're standing in the same place with the one night stander. So God bless. Have a good evening, good day wherever you are in the world.